Hello, people. Welcome back to the Fantactics podcast. It's your boy Renz, making sense with every sentence. Here in the studio with the octopus of worldwide, Sabubu El Kun, the only man who knows how to give the investors the best odds of success. How are you doing, Sabubu?
Well, welcome, world, because you are our audience.
Yes, you are our world.
The international break has come and gone, and some people are not waiting for the next one, especially Nigerians, based on what has happened to us. But leagues in Europe came back, the German Bundesliga, the La Liga, Italian Serie A. Then for England, the best 8 teams in the FA Cup met, and we saw some kind of funny games, and we saw a particular London club doing an Italian job for another London club.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes.
I didn't. I was saying maybe our Nigerian boys, maybe they were, hung over from their flight and the whole. But that was surprising. It was really surprising.
It was surprising.
For me.
Let's start with Friday night games. Bayern Leverkusen beat Bochum 3-1 to bring the gap in the Bundesliga to 3 points.
Yeah.
And Strasbourg beat Lyon.
Yeah. So talking about that Leverkusen game, something peculiar to us happened. Okay. Our Nigerian Leverkusen-based striker,
Victor Boniface.
Yes, scored a goal, and in his celebration, he was urging Nigerians and Super Eagles fans to be patient that his first goal is going to come. And looking at the whole disappointment of the draw from our game with Zimbabwe, we talked about it in midweek. If you have not seen that, our post, go to our page. Please make sure you are following us, like, comment, share. Look at that post and hear what we had to say about the Super Eagles' performance and what we thought about Erishel's first 2 games. So Boniface made a comment there, and I think we could touch on that a little bit. Sometimes we as fans of the country, we are always, we hold our stars to the highest standards. But I think we need to give our Super Eagles, our coaches, when they make, the right choices are made, we also need to give them a certain benefit of doubt and time. So, Victor Boniface, we know say make they post meme, but try this serious when you come Nigeria. We want to see the effort. We want to see your commitment. And of course, we are backing you to get that first goal and get many more. So,
Victor Boniface is one of, among the few Super Eagles players that is very, very, very social media savvy.
Yeah.
He's always
has
online.
A community.
And I'm impressed. I like it. He knows what... He doesn't post nonsense. For everything he posts, he has reasons why he does it. And I have that respect for him. He's a very respectful person. Take it from me. But there's a certain Victor Osimhen that plays for the Super Eagles. So he will need to do much more. Because him and Osimhen play two different types of styles of
football.
And for now, an Osimhen style is what Nigeria seems to need.
Yeah, the physicality, the hunger to his.
I don't know if our coach can ever take the risk to play 2 of them up front. Because if there's anything about him, he can do the running from the wings.
Yes.
So in that
we also have impressive wingers in the likes of Lookman now, and then Moses Simon also. So he's like a tactical dilemma.
Well,
or a tactical anathema. You can't really place.
His time will come. And I hope when his time comes, he will have that opportunity. No, he will have that longevity.
Okay.
Because you remember when there was a certain Finidi George playing for the Super Eagles, that a certain Tijani Babangida that couldn't get into that team.
Yeah.
And by the time his time came, he didn't have that longevity in the Super Eagles to show himself because
build the legacy.
Because they were both at peak at the same time. Yeah. You understand? So let's go to the games in Spain on Saturday. Real Sociedad beat Real Valladolid 2-1. Espanyol and Atletico played 1-1. It's obvious that Atletico is not interested in the league.
I don't really understand what's happening with Atletico Madrid. I mean, these are games that you should win, but I kind of get the picture that
they scored first.
Yeah.
Then Espanyol equalized via penalty.
So I get that a lot of their stars are South American, and the whole CONMEBOL, the traveling. It was a long, and then most of them were playing. So the team was very depleted.
And they played away from home, so they will get to Madrid, then they'll start going to Barcelona to play the match.
So, anyways, I just think like you said, they might really be prioritizing their progress in the Champions League, where they would still be backing themselves.
They've been knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid.
Wait.
Atletico has been knocked out.
Oh, that's true. So I don't know what they are really focused on with the whole Champions League. Maybe on their return leg with Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, but they should have done better. I mean, Simeone has a very deep squad.
The match was a winnable match that they did not take their chances. So let's go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid beat Leganes.
Yeah.
Mbappe scoring 2 goals, and he has broken the record as the highest scoring debut season for a French player and a foreign player and a Madrid player.
So, congratulations, Kylian. I mean, looking at Mbappe at the start of the season, you wouldn't have believed he looked a shadow of himself. But that's football for you. Things can turn around in a twinkle of an eye.
I think that, you know, there's one thing about playing in Spain, which a lot of players tend to enjoy. The Spanish sun tends to bring out the best in you.
So you get into peak physical shape.
And you know, the training regiment is quite different from France, Germany, and England. Okay. Only that in England, some of the coaches in England who are Spanish trained tend to bring that technique into the Premiership, like the Iraolas, the Artetas, the Pep, the Benitez, or even the Mourinho's. When he was there, he had that type of, because he worked on Bobby Robson when they were in Barcelona back then. So that is it. Then for Germany, Bayern Munich won 3-2. It was a very close match.
Very close. Too close.
Their 6 points has been restored. Borussia Mönchengladbach beat RB Leipzig again. And the coach has been fired officially.
Yeah, Marco Rose departed, and I learned Tuchel's former assistant. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Zlot. Anyways, Leipzig have a new coach, and it's back to the drawing board for them. Unfortunately, Marco Rose is a fine coach, but he has just not been able to translate, And
they have a very good squad.
Yeah, so he has not been able to really impose his ideas in his last 2 jobs. I think he lost the job at Dortmund at one time or the other, and then he got another opportunity in Leipzig, which he could not use. So maybe he will just have to find a way to, like Jesse March, his colleague who is now in Canada, just find a way to rebuild his reputation.
Then for Serie A, Como didn't win again this weekend.
There were very interesting fixtures in Serie A.
They played 1-1 with Empoli. Venezia lost at home to Bologna. Roma again. Away to Lecce, 1-0.
So Roma is just, the Roman machine they're just building gradually, and nobody's paying them attention. That's the funny part.
Until they get to second,
then everybody now be like, where did these guys come from? But I mean, amazing job by Claudio Ranieri.
Then there were 3 matches in the Championnat, that's Ligue 1. We don't know what is wrong with Marseille. They are not consistent. And they have, I can tell you, they have the second best squad.
Best squad after PSG.
They lost at Reims 3-1.
Now, at the beginning of the season, everybody was saying, come on, you have an exciting manager, an exciting squad build-up, and everybody was saying, these guys might just do something to PSG. Who knows? But things are falling apart.
They are doing something to themselves.
Things are falling apart. Yes, they are doing something to PSG, but what they are doing is donating the league title. The title challenge, and it's poor. Greenwood, who was once toasted as a hero, a reborn superstar in France, is now getting a lot of stick from the Marseille fans. So, but anyways,
it's quite unfortunate because now they lost.
Yeah.
PSG now took their anger on Saint-Etienne 6-1. Away from home.
PSG.
Then AS Monaco beat Nice 2-1. So it's likely Monaco might just be the team that might finish second.
Yeah.
They're already second. See what I say? They're 50 points and Marseille is 49.
Yeah.
PSG is as good as gone, 71 points.
No, PSG, Otilo, they have moved. So, for Ligue 1, it's PSG's to lose. It's always PSG's to lose. But, you always get that team coming up once in a while that provides a sort of X factor and unpredictability.
Like the way Montpellier did it one season, Lille did it one season, and who again? One of these funny. Monaco did it one season.
Yes. So most times you just want that team that, the neutrals can get behind and say, come on, this monopoly has to be broken.
Then in England, we had 2 FA Cup matches on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. Now that Fulham versus Crystal Palace, I still do not understand what happened.
So it was crystal clear that they harmed Fulham fully. Fulham, I don't know what you people did. Maybe they went for international break and they remained there. Because Fulham before and this is one thing why fans don't like international break. A team might be in good stride,
that
in
consistency
good rhythm,
kills it.
And bam, you just go for international break. It's gone.
It's as if Crystal Palace players did not go for international break. They were fitter, they were more hungrier, they had the pace, and they were decisive in front of goal.
Yeah.
Because Fulham had their chances to score. They did not do it even before the first goal came in by... who scored the first goal? I think Olise scored the first goal. Then Sarr scored the second goal. Then Nketiah came in as a substitute and scored the third goal. Yeah. And it was game over. The coach started bringing in the big guns. Amadou Traore, Raul Jimenez and all. And my man said, Emile Smith. I said, so these guys were on the bench. And they underrated Crystal Palace as far as I'm concerned.
So they were looking at Crystal Palace's previous form, and unfortunately for them, they didn't get it done. But Eze, this is where some teams are lucky. Eze was on form during the international break, and he translated his form, gave a goal, gave an assist, and it was a beautiful performance.
In fact, the second goal was awesome. That assist and the way Sarr put his
just nodded in the.
Then Brighton, I don't know. Nottingham came to switch off the bright light.
So Brighton be the Brighton everywhere until Nottingham no say nothing. They went no Fulham.
That penalty shootout. Guys, I still wonder how they allowed that match get to penalty shootout.
This is one thing that people don't get. Brighton, although I was surprised they didn't concede. Honestly, I expected Forest to deal with them because I know Brighton is an exciting side, but I always see an element of fragility around them. They look so fragile, and against teams like Nottingham, Forest that know how to soak up pressure and hit you on the counter. I thought they won't survive. But then, last, they still no survive. So, good luck to you.
They've qualified for the semi-final, so good luck. So, on Sunday matches, let's go to La Liga. Barcelona did what they know how to do best. They beat Girona 4-1. Atletico Bilbao, that were expecting to beat Osasuna, played
a draw.
Valencia won against Mallorca. Then the Seville derby, Real Betis
did the job,
and it was a very great match.
Yeah.
Then the FA Cup match for Sunday, we saw City soak up pressure, conceded first, lost the penalty in that match, and ended up winning 2-1. Ended up
with super substitutions.
Yeah.
So Pep is still showing that, man, I have the mojo, I know what to do and all that. Well, good luck to them. They don't have a lot to cheer about. According to him, actually, he said that this season they don't have anything to celebrate. That even if they win Club World Cup, they don't deserve even if it's a gold watch. So no problem. We are watching. Let's see what gold they can achieve.
The Preston versus Aston Villa. You can see what a new surrounding environment and coaching methods, training methods
revitalize a player.
Rashford was immaculate in that match.
Yeah. 2 goals and an impressive performance.
It was. Then let's just rush up. In Italy, we saw Inter stronghold.
The table clashes
2-1 against Udinese. Napoli beat AC 2-1. Atlanta lost again. Fiorentina won. So as it is in Serie A, we know it's strict. It's a 2-horse race. 3 points gap between Inter and Napoli. Atlanta third for now. But the way they are going to drop out of that. Bologna won again away. So Bologna is trying to cement.
56 points, 2 points behind Atalanta.
Juventus has dropped to 55 and Roma is 6th.
Look at the irony. Bologna's manager went to join Juventus. Juventus now is below Bologna in the table. Manager that ran away is now looking likely to be sacked. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen it. Brothers and sisters, fantastic members of the universe worldwide. Please, we are going on a short break. If you know you have not followed us,
please do. Welcome back, world. The action has started across all leagues in Europe. We're at the tipping point where some teams are going to win trophies, some will not win. The Premiership is back for Tuesday matches. Copa del Rey semi-final second legs will take place. The DFB Poker Cup in Germany semi-finals will take place. And some teams will realize if they will finish in Champions League places or relegation will be confirmed this week or next week. Let's start with the Premiership. Arsenal has a home game against Fulham at the Emirates. Wolves will be playing at home against West Ham. And Nottingham Forest will play against Manchester United. Rennes.
Yeah.
Arsenal Fulham.
Now, Arsenal fans are thanking God for international break. Because Starboy is now back on the grass. All is well with the world. Look at Sabubu. Look, show point camera here. Show him. Look at Sabubu.
Rennes.
He's so happy.
Sabubu.
Bukayo Saka is back.
Yeah, we know he's back.
Aha! You see the way he says, you know he's back. He's blushing.
When he's back.
So let
Arsenal Fulham.
Yeah, Arsenal. I predict an Arsenal straight win.
Wolves West Ham.
Wolves West Ham. I would go with both teams to score, but West Ham win or draw.
I go with simply Wolves to win or draw.
Wolves to win.
They need it more than West Ham, trust me.
Okay. Then let's see how that goes.
Nottingham Forest and Manchester United. I fear for United in this match.
I don't understand.
You know why? Because if there's anything I know about Nottingham Forest, they will bully you to submission.
Oh. So it's Manchester United that cannot bully people.
No.
So is the whole Red Devils now that will be afraid of even Forest? Sorry, Nottingham Forest.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Can the devil enter the forest?
Is it not Devil that used to live in Forest?
Who was the Forest?
Devil now.
Who's Devil?
So now
you have confused.
I've confused.
So
anyways, Man U, before argument go turn quarrel, I know that you people will see sorrow and tears this season. I pray that at least you can get a result. Since it's Old Trafford, I'll be looking at maybe a Man U. I think it's Old Trafford.
The match is at Nottingham.
Sorry. Forest ground.
I'm telling you.
Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I was mistaken. I was giving you hope.
City ground.
Yes, at City ground. Manchester. United will stand, United will fall. Anyone when it be, people should take it from there. But I'd see a Forest win or draw.
Same here.
Since it's at City.
The Real Madrid will play the return leg of the Copa del Rey against Real Sociedad. The first leg, Madrid won away at San Sebastian. So I look at the Madrid win or draw.
I think I'll go with that. Madrid are in form. They are confident. They are scoring, and most of, even when they rotate, they seem to get the job done. So I think even from that game, I think they came from a goal down in the first leg.
First leg was 1-0. They won 1-0.
Oh, okay, 1-0. I must be misplacing it with another fixture against the same opponent. But
Madrid just needs to hold their own, try not to concede. Either win or draw for them, and they are through to the finals.
Anyways, they are still looking at a lot of trophies this season.
Yes.
There's still the possibility of a treble. If you look at the Club World Cup, you might make it a quadruple. So I think they have the brittle between their teeth.
The Copa Italia. Our minds are already in America for the World Cup next year.
Thank you. Is your team going? You get it?
I support a country that they don't play football. Copa Italia semi-final, Empoli Bologna.
Anyways,
semi-final. Empoli's ground.
I think with the way Bologna have been getting results, I predict them to do a number on Empoli.
Well, I look at both teams to score. Then DFB Cup semi-final, Armenia Belfield versus Bayern Leverkusen.
You say Armenia waiting?
Armenia, they used to be in the Bundesliga before.
They go mend them. Armenia Belfield. Now for that field, now they go ring bell.
So you give
Leverkusen
win or draw,
to win healthily.
Fantastic.
Healthily. When you
Investors, did you hear him? He said healthily. So when you are doing, you write straight win healthily.
Yes.
Then Premiership on Wednesday, Bournemouth Ipswich.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Brighton Aston Villa, Manchester City versus Leicester City, Newcastle versus Brentford, Southampton versus Crystal Palace, and Liverpool. The Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton. Let's start from Bournemouth. Quick one, Bournemouth Ipswich.
I think that should be at the Vitality Stadium. Yes. Straight win for Bournemouth.
Brighton Villa.
Brighton Aston Villa. Both teams to score.
Same here. Man City versus Leicester City.
Straight win and healthily.
Newcastle versus Brentford.
Newcastle Brentford. That's another tricky one.
Are you sure the hangover from the celebration will not affect?
That's another tricky one. But I would go with
Newcastle win or draw. Is that okay?
I think it's fine.
Southampton Crystal Palace.
Southampton Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace with a straight win.
Liverpool
Southampton
Everton.
can't seem to see their period. Yes, that's the key one. That's the key one. I mean, Liverpool have been unraveling the past few weeks. They are falling out of contention for many trophies. But so I don't think they'll want to play with the Premier League. I'll see a straight win for Liverpool.
Okay, good. Then the return leg of the Copa del Rey will take place at the Wanda Metropolitano.
So yes.
From the first leg at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona, it was 4-4. The return leg now is Atletico Barcelona.
Barcelona allowed Atletico to come and snatch a result from that game. It's going to be an exciting one.
Okay.
Atletico only have the Copa del Rey to fight for realistically. I know mathematically the league, they still have a shot, but the way their results have been going, so not too good. So give and take. I would say both teams to score again. I'll back an Atletico narrow win, but I don't know if they would.
Investors, if you want
narrow win.
If you want to, for that match, I would advise, since the first leg ended 4-4, as it is, both teams have to win.
Yes.
I look at an Atletico win or draw. You know what it means win or draw. So if the match ends in a draw in 90 minutes, you are still safe.
Yeah.
Then Coppa Italia second semi-final. One was Empoli versus Bologna.
Yeah.
AC Milan Inter. It's a Milan derby in the stadium both of them share.
Anyways, one thing I know for sure they won't be sharing is the qualification. I think Inter are going to do the job. I watched them in their last game against Udinese. They were impressive.
Okay.
They didn't need to get out of second gear to get that result. AC Milan, meanwhile, lost. And don't take anything away from them. They are still in transition, but I think Inter will do the job.
Then VfB Stuttgart versus Leipzig, the second DFB Cup semi-finals.
New manager bounce. We don't know what to expect.
Leipzig is as good as gone.
I think they can take their hands off this one.
I look at a Stuttgart win or draw.
Yeah, same here.
Then let's go to Thursday fixtures. In the Premiership, we have just one match, and the match is for
a London derby.
It's for the television.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Tottenham at Stamford Bridge.
Well, just like Arsenal, Arsenal fans are pretty excited that Bukayo Starboy Saka is back.
Okay.
Chelsea can also count on the return of Cole Palmer and his supporting act, Nicholas Jackson. So I think that should provide a pretty good shot in the arm for Chelsea. Tottenham are in good form now. They have started picking up results. So I see a game where both teams score. But I'll back Chelsea to win or draw.
I look at the Chelsea win or draw.
Yeah.
So let's go to Friday fixtures. We'll talk about just one match because the Champions League is next week. And the good thing about continental European FAs, they tend to give their teams leverage.
Yeah.
They allow them play Friday night so they can rest. But England, because of the TV money, you can be playing on a Tuesday night and they'll tell you to play on Sunday.
They no send you.
So Augsburg will take on Bayern Munich away from home. Yeah. I don't know how that will pan out, but I look at the Bayern win or draw. I don't know about you.
Bayern win or draw.
Then Saturday in the Premiership,
Everton Arsenal is
the lunchtime kickoff. Then the goal rush starts with Crystal Palace at home to Brighton, Ipswich at home to Wolves, West Ham at home to Bournemouth, and Aston Villa
at home hosting
Nottingham Forest. Quick one.
Yeah.
Everton Arsenal. Just give me
Arsenal win or draw.
Same here. Crystal Palace Brighton.
Brighton win or draw.
Both teams to score for me.
Okay.
Ipswich Town versus Wolves.
Wolves.
Relegation candidates.
I think both teams to score is safe.
It's a 6-pointer.
Yeah.
So okay, fine. West Ham Bournemouth.
I'll back Bournemouth to go with a win or a draw.
I go with a West Ham win or draw.
Okay.
Then the main match of that, the Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest.
I'll go with both teams to score, but I'll be backing Villa. If I were to back a team to win, I'll go with Villa win or draw.
Same here. Then for La Liga, Girona will play Deportivo Alaves, Real Madrid will play Valencia, Mallorca will play Celta Vigo, and Barcelona will play Real Betis.
So Barcelona, Betis, I'll say Barcelona win or draw. They'll have one eye on the Champions League. So you might see some stars rested, but notwithstanding.
But we don't know the mindset Barca will be in because they will be playing midweek.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So we might see some stars rested for that fixture. So we don't know, but I'll say win or draw.
Okay.
Same for Real Madrid versus Valencia. Girona should get the job done against Alaves, and then Celta Vigo win or draw against
The selected
Mallorca.
fixtures in Germany: FC Heidenheim versus Bayer Leverkusen, Freiburg versus Borussia Dortmund, And RB Leipzig, the coach will take his first bow in the German Bundesliga for them.
Against Hoffenheim. Leipzig, I still don't know what to expect for them. So I'll just predict a low-scoring game because he will be trying to, as much as possible not to concede.
Damage control.
So I would say
Leipzig win or draw.
Yes, Leipzig win or draw.
Then Freiburg Dortmund.
The Dortmund straight win.
Then what about FC Heidenheim versus Leverkusen?
So Heidenheim is a tough fixture. So I would go with a safe over 2.5.
Then Italian Serie A, the two kids on the block. Yeah. Monza versus Como, Parma Inter, then AC Milan versus Fiorentina. So
Monza Como, I'll still go with another both teams to score. Parma, and then Parma Inter, an Inter straight win. AC Milan Fiorentina, that's another tricky fixture, but I would say both teams to score, AC win or draw.
Nice one. PSG might become champions this weekend if all things go their way.
Can you imagine that?
So PSG will take on Angers.
So PSG are in a position where they can comfortably rest their 11 for the Champions League, and they are still in cruise control for League One. So that's an impressive position. What Luis Enrique has done in Paris is nothing short of amazing. Kudos to him.
2 years.
Great job.
Fantastic job.
This is a manager that flew to discuss with Chelsea, and they said, no problem. No problem, no comment. I think Brest, our very dear team.
Can we leave Brest alone?
Brest is hosting Monaco. So
Monaco win or draw?
Yeah.
So let's go on Sunday's fixtures. In the Premiership, we have 3 matches for 14 hours of that day. 14 hours means 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Nigerian time. Brentford will take on Chelsea. Fulham will take on Liverpool. Then Tottenham Hotspur will take on Southampton. Quick one.
Manchester Derby. So Brentford Chelsea. I see a Brentford win or draw.
Wow.
Yes.
I see both teams to score.
Both teams to score is safe.
Fulham,
Brentford win or draw. Fulham Liverpool. I predict a straight win for Liverpool. Tottenham Southampton straight win for Tottenham.
Then the Manchester Derby.
That's another both teams to score for me. But I predict a City win or draw.
Same here. La Liga has Las Palmas versus Real Sociedad. Sevilla will take on Atletico Madrid. Real Valladolid versus Getafe. Then Villarreal versus Athletic Club.
Now, I could easily tell you that Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla, Atletico win or draw. But if you are an investor now, please avoid Atletico Madrid. They have a razor blade and a scissors. 2-factor authentication. A razor no cut time, scissors go do them. So I would still say that you would get an Atletico win or draw, but avoid Atletico.
Okay.
Sociedad versus Las Palmas, Sociedad win or draw.
Same here.
Villarreal versus Athletic Club, I'll go with both teams to score.
I go with Villarreal win or draw.
All right.
Then let's go to Italian League because we have we have 2 key matches.
Atlanta, Lazio, Roma, Juventus.
Atlanta
what do you think,
needs
Sabu?
to start winning.
They need to.
Because Lazio poses
Lazio poses a very stern challenge for them. A very stern challenge.
I can't even say Atlanta win or draw, to be honest. I would just simply say, if you can risk it, play an under 4.5.
Under 4.5. That means there will be goals in that game. And probably for both teams.
As long as the goals are no more than 4.
All right.
Then AS Roma versus Juventus.
At Stadio Olimpico.
What I'm saying in this game is either Roma win or draw.
I would back Roma also.
Okay.
I mean, Juve are in a bad place right now. So Roma win or draw for me also.
Okay, so, and that is it. Then for Monday, we have Monday night fixture, Leicester City versus Newcastle.
Newcastle.
And Bologna versus Napoli.
Yeah. Newcastle are basking in the joy of Newcastle. Yes.
You know, 2 shows ago I said, I hope they don't win this trophy and they just spiral down
from there. I don't think so. Anyways, the fixtures they have.
The bad thing about that trophy takes you into Europe, but it doesn't take you
into the Europe of Europe.
You have to start playing qualifiers.
So
it's only the FA Cup that takes you straight to the group stage.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think Newcastle they can get the job done, and whatever excitement they have, I mean, they have the international break to bring themselves back to earth and to focus on the job at hand. So that should do.
Then the last game on Monday night, is it that game that will signal that Inter will surely be Italian champions? Because Napoli has to beat Bologna, and they're one of the informed teams in Serie A.
So that's sometimes you watch Napoli and it's a game of attrition. You just watch them and they are painful on the eye. I mean, they started very well, but suddenly they are lacking invention, they are lacking penetration, and I don't know if Conte is already regretting swapping one big bally striker for another. In the person of Lukaku, Osimhen for Lukaku, but
Friends,
I mean,
can I tell you something? Those strikers they swapped, I think is not really the issue.
Okay.
It's allowing Jarras Fever to go to PSG is the problem they have. They don't have that creativity.
They don't have that spark anymore.
That, that guy can take the game by the neck. His one is he will create chances. They're not creating enough chances.
I think aside from
you understand, they have the striker to put the
ball in the net. Okay.
Osimhen and Lukaku are similar strikers.
Okay, but I think I get your point, and I think I agree, because aside from the spark of creativity, the attention that Kava would have drawn from opposition defenders.
Yes.
They now have a lot of time to focus on everybody else. So
it takes Lukaku. Lukaku is as if he's laboring in vain. Did you understand?
Anyways, any striker when they do any coach where they do anyhow with our players sometimes, now so they do like they labor in vain. It's not me that said it.
Please don't listen to Renzo. We have come to the end of the show, and we apologize for not saying Baraka di Salah to our Muslim brothers. Congratulations on
your Eid.
On the Eid and on the completion of the fast.
Yes.
May Almighty Allah grant you your prayers, and we hope after you have finished this fast, you don't go back to your old ways.
Yes. It's not just for them. Very soon now, you will say that it's fasting you were using to watch Fantastic podcast to pass time. Now that fast has finished,
please
go too fast. They watch us.
Continue watching us.
Continue, stick with us, and we are your number one show, and we are working on delivering new and exclusive content to you. Guys, comment, share, let your voice be heard. This is your show, not just ours. And until we come back next week, we hope that you stay winning, we hope that you stay blessed, and we hope that you enjoy yourself.
And invest wisely. Stay blessed.